Hello viewers, it's your girl Ruby Fangirl, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys my entire anime collection. And just to clarify, it's not really massive or anything, so this will be kind of quick. And I'm not going to go through like what the plot is and stuff like that. I'll do that like in like individual like sets basically. So I'm going to give my personal takes on each anime, if I like it, if I do recommend them or not. Because a couple of these are not really that great, so just FYI. I just watch these out of curiosity and stuff like that. So, and also since I'm actually going to get another anime Blu-ray, like, on my birthday next month, so I thought, why not? And also, guys, you voted for it, so you guys made an excellent choice. So, let's start off from the very top right here, and we're going to start off with probably the most popular, like, anime that everyone has known ever since in the 80s, and that is Akira. Yeah, I found this at, like, at a Target and stuff. I thought they didn't stop, like, releasing this, but given this is the 25th anniversary, like, edition of this classic anime, yeah. Oh, yeah, if you guys heard of, like, the Shadow, like riding his motorcycle and doing, like, that move, yeah, that was from this movie. Like, literally, like, that meme right there, or that reference is just everywhere, so, yeah. Just to clarify, I haven't seen the Sonic 3 movie, but I have seen the trailers, and Shadow has been seen doing that, so, yeah. Because I think there's really nothing, like, in the... Oh, I guess this just came out. So here, like, it comes with the film and extras on this Blu-ray case, and let's see what this one is. This is the extra discs. Yeah, like, seriously, like, this movie has, like, a lot of extras. Well, I mean, again, this is a very popular anime at the time, so, yeah, that's nice. Alright, because keep in mind, most of the animes I have are underrated, so you probably guys never heard of them, but as like I said, I'll do them in my own individual ways, but I will give you, like, if I recommend it or not, just like I said earlier. And next up, we got Bloomin' to You. Now this is what I call a really good anime. Like, I love this anime. This is basically like a Yuri anime, and it's just like one of those like animes I would definitely watch like again and again. So I highly recommend this like show. I mean, granted, it's not really groundbreaking or anything, like if you're like an action-packed person, but it's just a really nice romantic Yuri. So yeah, that's quite nice. And also one of the main characters, this one right here, is actually voiced, if you watch like the English dub of like this anime, is voiced by Lucy Christians, the actress who played as like Ochako from Hero Academia and Little/Someone in Ruby. So yeah, like basically she has voiced in a lot of characters. This is not the only time in the same year, 2018, that she voiced in a lesbian character. We'll get to that later because I have that Blu-ray. But as like I said, watch this. This is a really good anime. Next up, we got Belle. One of the most modern like movies out there, and oh my god, this movie is just really beautiful to watch. So I'm not gonna go through a basic plot because I do want to do a review on this. So I will definitely I'll definitely do like a different like video on this. But overall, this is a good movie. Like, the animation is beautiful. I recommend you seeing this. Alright, next up is Bursted Angel. To clarify, I haven't watched this. I know I could be a little bit lazy, but I think this is like the only one like in this list, or like the animes that I like didn't really watch. So if you guys have any clear knowledge of this anime, please tell me in the comments if this is good or not. I'll get to it later if you guys have seen this or not. Next up, we got Burn the Witch. So apparently this is basically a spin-off of like a popular anime called Bleach, I think it's called. I'll put it like on the screen to show what I'm talking about. To be perfectly honest, I haven't seen that show because that show is just really long, very similar to Dragon Ball. So I'm not gonna get into that. But what about like this 3-episode long like mini-series? Is it good? Well, it was fine. I mean, it's not really fantastic or anything. I mean, this is literally like a spin-off of a show I never really recognized. I thought it was just its own like little show at the time. So, like, if you are a big fan like of the original show, go ahead. As like I said, I don't know much about Bleach, so yeah. And here comes like the only like DVD I have, and it's called Destiny of the Shrine Maidens. you guys have probably never really heard of this. This is basically, like, imagine, like, if Transformers, a Yuri love story, and a lot of action was taking place, and it's a sort of tragic love story. I know, it's a little bit confusing, but yeah, I'll get to that if I ever really do an individual, like, video on this. But how's, like, the anime itself? I liked it. I mean, sure, this anime is, like, 21 years old, and not a lot of people has, like seen it or whatnot, but I think it's actually a really good anime. And the reason why I have it is on DVD, because this anime does not actually have a Blu-ray release. I know, shocking. Because keep in mind, this came out in 2004, so this is a very old anime. Well, not as old as Akira, because that came out during the late 80s, but still, like, old, and it still has, like, that, like, 90s feeling, but at the same time, I will definitely do a separate review on this Blu-ray or DVD. So if you want me to see another video on this, please tell me in the comments, because this is a good anime. And next up, we got The Executioner and her way of life. Sorry. Yeah, this episode is like, I mean, this show is fine. It's not really groundbreaking or anything. It ends like on a cliffhanger and stuff like that. And they haven't really released a season 2, so I don't know if I should really recommend this if they actually do come with the season 2, so for what it is, it's fine. Next up, we got 5 centimeters per second. To be perfectly honest, I am not really a huge fan of this movie. I only watched this movie like once, and I don't remember any of it. Just keep in mind, this is the same director who created Weathering with You and Your Name. Definitely like the best like movies this director has made. But given this came out in 2007, I believe, yeah, it's not right up there with Weathering with You and Your Name. Like, definitely not by a long shot. But if you are a big fan of this director, and, like, go ahead, you can watch this. Next up, we got Frag Time. Remember that I said that Lucy Christians had voiced it, like that girl from Bloom Into You, and it was released in 2018? This is basically like that. She also voices, like, her right here, and she almost looks very similar and definitely, like, sounds like the same girl from Bloom Into You. And not only that, this came out the same year, so this is just quite funny. I think that's just a funny fact that I found. And what about, like, this anime? Is this good? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Not right up there with the next one that, like, at some point that I'm gonna talk about, because this is the same director who did, like, another anime special that I'll get into later. But it's basically just a, like, time-stopping, like, Yuri love story, so, yeah, like, I do recommend it, so if you do ever want to see this, go ahead. Next up, we got Ghost in the Shell. And to be perfectly honest, I am not really a big fan of this movie. I get it, it's one of, like, the most popular animes, but it's just not right up there with Akira and stuff. Like, it has, like, this came out during the early 90s, and that was the time when they start slowly, like, distancing themselves from, like, previous, like animes before it, so, yeah. And it did came out with a sequel, but I think I'm not really interested in it. But if you do really like this movie, go ahead and just watch it again. Next up, we got The Garden of Words. And this is also the same person same director who did Your Name and Weathering with You. It's fine. But but the relationship between the two is kind of cringe. Well, not because, like, they're awful in general. It's mainly because of their age gap. Because I'm going to give you a spoiler. The boy in this movie is 15. While the woman in this is 27 years old. Like, I mean, that's just, oh God, like, that's just cringe. So much cringe. But if you want to ignore that fact, then go ahead, watch this. But keep in mind, this is anime, and of course they do, like, this kind of crap when they're all, like, at different ages and stuff like that. But no, that's just not normal. But if you do want to watch this because of the beautiful animation and see how this goes, go ahead. But do it by me. Next up, we got, Mysteria Friends. I can't really say that name, but yeah. And this is, because according to, like, the description of, like Amazon, it said that this is the same director who directed, One Punch Man? I believe so. If anyone has heard about this anime, please tell me, because I don't know if I'm right or wrong, because I just heard it, like, from the Amazon description. And also, I think I do kind of like this anime. But it is underrated, but it is actually pretty good. So I do kind of recommend this one. If you do like One Punch Man and stuff like that, I do recommend it. So next up, we got Princess Principal. Yeah, so this is basically a spy movie or like spy series that, like, yeah, this is just basically a spy like Britain like show basically. But because I also do recommend you guys watching the English dub, because just like I said, this takes place like during Britain, but in the 1930s. So like, I don't know when it takes place, but since they have like technology and stuff like that, I kind of assume it's probably around the 1930s. That's just my thing, but I just do recommend it because they actually speak in British accents, so it does make sense. Could have a British environment, have like British actors. I do, yeah, it just makes sense. But how's like the anime itself? It's alright. Not really groundbreaking or anything, but yeah, it's alright. So I do recommend it because it also has like movies and stuff like that. And the third movie I think came out like a couple years ago. I haven't really gotten into those yet, but maybe I will get back to them if you guys really like this anime. So if you guys like this anime, please tell me in the comments. Alright, on to the second part. Next up, we got Lonely Castle in the Mirror. This is actually kind of like the movie that I was kind of expecting to like, but I think it's average. It's fine for what it is. But if you want me to do a separate video like on this movie, please tell me in the comments and give a like. Because I think it's average at best, but it's been a long while since I've seen this movie, so just take it with a grain of salt, let's just say. Next up, we got Pamela Inverted. This is actually a very interesting, underrated movie, so I think it's actually quite nice and stuff like that, but as like I said, I'm not going to depth into like all these, so if you want me to review this movie, please tell me in the comments. Next up, we got Reincarnated as a Sword. You know what? I do kind of like this anime. It's just part of, like, it's just really fun, like, funny, and has cool action scenes and stuff like that. And since there's gonna probably be, like, a season 2 on there, like, on the way pretty soon, because they did end this off with a kind of cliffhanger somewhat, so I'm really excited for that. I don't know why, every time I look at this cover art, I just think that, like, this cat girl right here just kind of reminds me of Blake if she was, like, 12 years old. And guess what? She actually is, like, 12 years old in the anime, so I just corrected myself. So yeah, I do recommend you guys watching this anime. Next up, we got, like, Release the Spice. Okay, it's not really about, like, actual, like, spice. It's just, like, the name of, like, the group that they're called. So if you want to see some ninja action, go ahead. So I think this is a fine anime. It doesn't really grab my attention, but I do like some of, like, the anime action that comes in. I mean, they're freaking ninjas. I like ninjas. Alright, let's move on. Next up, we got Shadow House. So yeah, I did watch like this, like season 1, because I mean, as you can tell by here, so, and I think it's alright. I know like the actress who voices like the main character, like this girl right here, who voices like Chise from like the Ancient Makuro's Bride, that I actually do really like, and I wish I had that goddamn Blu-ray right now, but I'll get to that when I actually like talk about like the anime, so, or actually get the Blu-ray. But Shadow House, it's average at best. I don't think it's, like, groundbreaking or anything, but I do, like, somewhat like it, but it's not really, like, that fantastic. But I do know, like, season 2, like, released it a Blu-ray, so if I do get a chance of getting it, I will get it. If you guys have ever heard this anime and like it, please tell me in the comments. Next up, we got Himtaro Armu-chan. Sorry, I can't speak, I can't speak the title, but yeah, I don't really like this anime. I know there's some fans out there that liked it, but I only got, like, the halfway point, and I just didn't really like it at all. Let's just move on. Next up, we got The Last Witch is Zeta? Yeah, is Zeta. Yeah. Like, sorry for my mispronunciation. I actually do really like this anime. This basically takes place during, like, World War II and stuff like that, but they just added, like, basically, like, fictional characters and a witch, basically. So, yeah. And also, like, a somewhat, like, a Yuri story. I don't know. It's really complicated, but I do actually recommend, like, this episode. Or series, I would say. Sorry. Next up, we got Kei-san and Morning Glories. And remember that I talked about, like Frag Time? This is the same, like, director who directed that. He just makes, like, really good, like, Yuri specials. And I do actually highly recommend the special. They actually do a very good job, like, in this movie. Like, it's just really nice to look. The relationship is nice. Maybe I should get back to rewatching the special, because this special is really good. I watched this like a few times. Like, that's just how great it is. So I highly recommend you guys getting this. Next up, we got Kashomine Girl Meets Girls. Yeah, I think this is one of like those kind of weird animes out there. I don't really want to get into it, so let's just move on. Next up, we got Sakura Trick. You know how long I've been searching like to get like this Blu-ray for a very long time. Like, this anime has gotten like a lot of like Blu-rays throughout the years, to the point that you can't really tell which one is which or when it came out. But once now I finally got it, I just watched this like out of the blue, and just take this anime with a grain of salt. It is a Yuri like love story and stuff like that with middle schoolers, so you can decide for yourself whatever you want to do. Alright, let's just move on. Next up, we got Strawberry Panic. And you know what? I really like this anime. I really do. It's basically just like a Yuri love story, but it's like at an all-girls school, so. And it has like, let's see what it has. It has 26 episodes. Yeah, like the first like 5 episodes are not really that great, but once you reach like episode 6, things start to get better. So I highly recommend you guys getting this anime. When like Prime Month comes, I'm definitely going to be watching this again. Alright, we're almost done, and now we get to like the big guns. Next up, we got Weathering with You. And this is what I call a really good movie. Like, visually, it's just like stunning and stuff like that. I know the focus is not really great, but I mean, who do I know? But anyway, this is a really good movie. So I do recommend you guys watching this one than his other movies that I showed. So please watch this as you do. And finally, Your Name. I did actually do like a separate video on this. So if you wanted an in-depth look like of this movie, like check out my Your Name video. So I do recommend it. But just for brief, this is a fantastic movie. Like, without a doubt. This is the same director who did Weathering with You, and it's fantastic. I recommend you guys watching this anime. So just please do it. It's great. And yeah, here's like all the anime stuff that I have for 2025. So as like I said, I'm gonna get like an anime that I'm asking for my birthday. I'll show you that like in that video, probably around like the Monday or something. So FYI about that. So I'd like to know from you guys, which one of these animes have you seen? I would like to know in the comments below. And please, once again, comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video!